So I didn't feel like hooking up the wagon hitch because I have a little feed. So I'm gonna try and just, I guess, write it down. I'll sit on it. But I have a little surprise in there. I got it at the feed store today. It's not like I need more birds, but I'll show you guys. It's gonna end bad. Oh shit. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So, I haven't been active this past week and a half with a YouTube video just because I got poison ivy so bad on my face and all over my body from clearing out this emu run because I can't see. You know, there's no leaves on the vines or anything, so I couldn't see what was poison ivy or what was not. So it spread all over. I couldn't even open my eyes. So now I'm on steroids and I have to stay out of the sun a little. But I wanted to show you guys what I got at the feed store today. I haven't owned these birds in quite a while. Last time I owned them, it was a couple years ago. I got an exotic species though. They were about $2,000 a pair. So these are just your standard ones. A lot easier to take care of, low maintenance. And they will help with the ticks because my dog got Lyme's disease last week as well, so I'm hoping that helps with the problem. Just taking Blue out, Charlie, and I know, buddy, I'm going to take all three of them out so they can run around for a while. They've been staying around, so I'm going to see if I can actually open the run this time, just to give them more space. Hey, buddy. I'll go get your sisters, okay? So Charlie is a Goliath compared to the rest. I mean, she's huge. She's about a week older, maybe 2, but she's massive. Definitely an alpha female. I know. That's it. So one thing I actually like about this location, as opposed to out in the field over there for, you know, the emu run, is that there's so much cover. I mean, it's early spring here, but emus need a lot of shade, at least 50% coverage. So it's good that, you know, all these trees will fill in nicely, and they still have a big chunk of their run for shade. So I also opted to do a 3-sided enclosure, so it's going to be outside the run just to give them extra space to run in here. And you know, it's going to be tall just because, you know, they grow up to 6.5 feet. So I'm planning to start that tomorrow. I've been pushing it off just because school, work, but it's definitely getting finished this week. So, because these guys need more space. And now I'm gonna go change the coops while these 3 Dumbos can run around. Guess who that is? I definitely want to be careful in here because I don't want to touch too much with the poison ivy. Just until everything grows in, I can see what's what. So, in the mystery box, if you haven't guessed it, is guinea kids. These guys are so cool. I love the striping on their head when they're young. So I think these are just your pearl gray, your standard guinea key color. Let me see if I can pick one up. So I actually used to own... Hi, buddy. Yeah, they're so pretty. I used to own Vulturine guinea hens. and I paid about $2 for a pair of them. They're outrageously gorgeous birds. But the problem is that they're cold sensitive, they're expensive, and they're a hassle to keep, especially when you live in New England. It's just not feasible for me to keep. Another bird I actually kept was green jungle fowl, and while the birds are beautiful, their egg production is extremely low. I think the Vulturines lay after the 3rd summer and only lay about, I want to say, 10 eggs per year after that, and as well as the green jungle fowl. They take extremely long to mature, and it wasn't a feasible bird for me to actually keep, but I did enjoy having them. And in the future, when I have the right setups and I can have a temperature controlled coop or something fancy like that, I'll definitely have them again. But for now, it's these little guys. 1, 2. So it's Tuesday, which means it's coop cleaning day. Actually, Tuesdays aren't coop cleaning day. I just feel like whenever the coop is dirty enough, I have to clean it. And today's that day. And having so many birds, I feel like the coop gets dirty so quickly. So I do end up changing it maybe once every week and a half, once every 2 weeks. So yeah, let's change it. I wish it was that easy. It's all clean. Some fresh hay, and a couple nesting boxes. The new nesting boxes should come in. It's a set of 12, so it'll be along the walls. I think it'll grow because they tend to fight over the 1 or 2. Also, the white powder that I put down on the floor is I use this First Saturday lime, and it helps keeps away mites, lice, especially odor. And I feel like constantly putting down and constantly keeping your coop clean is better for your hens. Feather quality, and you have cleaner eggs. It's just all around just better to use. Just because it can get stinky sometimes in the summer. So yeah, that's what that is. So I got asked what kind of feed I feed my birds. The babies, of course, get chick, starter, and grower. You can either do non-medicated, medicated, just really a preference. And then I do meat bird all throughout the winter. And a lot of people claim it'll be too much protein for the actual hens, but it keeps them laying throughout the winter. Now that it's not winter anymore, I do have to switch back to a lower protein. And you do have to supplement with calcium shells because the calcium is very low in this. And so I actually had some early birds hatch too. Let me show you. I have about 72. Let me make sure the bottom doesn't come out. So I have about 72 hatching right now, but these guys were early, so I'm going to put them down with the guinea keats. It's a little blue wheaten, actually it's a wheaten Americana. And some cool olive egger mixes. This is an F2. Let's see. This one is an F9. Hopefully she lays a pretty green egg. And then a couple others. So I'll take a picture or a video when all 72 hatch. So it looks like it's going to be about a 95% hatch rate this time. So next video I'm going to open the outside quail run for the first time for these guys. So I think it'll be interesting. These Cornish quail are definitely a lot friendlier than the buttons. The buttons are so skittish, but these guys you can pick right up no problem. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thanks as always.